Hello and welcome back to Kareesha Law. Hope you've had a restful summer break. I would like to encourage you to subscribe and like my videos. The making of these videos take time and cost money. I do not make any profit or make any money out of these videos, but it encourages me to continue when I see people subscribe or like my videos. Today I want to talk about something slightly different: how to choose or how to instruct an immigration barrister. It is a minefield out there, and there's so many choices, so where do you start? But as a migrant, poor legal advice from an immigration lawyer can potentially ruin your life. So where do we start? Perhaps the most obvious one, who regulates your lawyer? Is it the Bar Council, the SRA, the Solicitors Regulations Authority, the OISC? There is a difference between a barrister, a solicitor and an OISC firm, for example. There are lots of firms also who are offering advice, legal advice, who are not regulated, but they're still offering immigration advice. Be wary of those. This is an offence. But let's assume they're properly regulated, the next thing you want to look for is their area of expertise. Does your barrister specialise in immigration law? Does he or she specialise in human rights? And if yes, even within the immigration law, you can have different areas such as deportation cases, ETS, asylum, children asylum, and so on. So ask your lawyer if they have done cases like yours, and what was the outcome. Because as you probably already know, immigration practice relies heavily on previously heard cases, and ask them if they have reported cases, for example. The next one, the one that perhaps matter to most clients, and I can understand why, free or paid for conferences. Some lawyers offer free consultations, but is it really free? If it is free rather than a consultation, I'll say it's actually a sales pitch. If you need legal advice, and you should actually have to pay for it, because legal advice is not free, and you want your lawyer to take his or her time to advise you, to properly instruct you, to properly advise you and talk to you, instead of trying to rush through your case or try to sell you something. A good conference, should cover the immigration history, and then the advice, as well as options, next steps, and answer all your questions as well. And if it is a case, of course you should, or the lawyer should, cover the prospects of success. Legal advice is covered by professional indemnity insurance, and lawyers, or a good lawyer, will always take it seriously. Remember, when you pay for a consultation, you're paying for professional attention to your specific circumstances. A good lawyer will also explain the cost to you, and there should be no hidden fees, which brings me to the next one, which is the contract, or what we call the client care letter. The client care letter will be provided to you as soon as you contact the lawyer or instruct the lawyer, and it's important for you to receive one. If you don't, it means you haven't been given the protection in writing. A good client care letter will contain, amongst other things, the work, specifically what work is going to be carried out. The fee, again, there should be no hidden fees. Explain what exact service is going to be provided, timescale, terms and conditions, and perhaps also something that you don't know. If you want to complain about your lawyer, the client care letter should be able to tell you how to do so. And Something else that I would add to that list, not the list of in terms of client care letter, but the next thing that I want to talk about is race. I often see this in immigration where clients choose a lawyer of the same race as them. Now, I've also had clients who request for male barristers only, but that's a topic for another day. But language and culture are often important, and I understand that. However, as barristers, we have to protect our clients' best interests, regardless of their race. If your barrister does not speak your language, ask them if they can provide you with an interpreter. But choosing a lawyer based only on their race may not always be advisable. There are other things to consider, such as the reputation, reviews, and so on and so forth. I've often seen people being misled or being scammed only because they trusted someone from their own community, so be aware of that. Finally, do you need a lawyer? According to the Home Office, no, despite the immigration rules being described by judges as being a maze. Some may feel they can handle their own application. That is fine, but be aware that Google, friends, forums are not a replacement for a lawyer. Each case is unique. If you've had a refusal before, or you have a complex immigration history, you need a barrister or a lawyer. If you have an appeal, it may be best to instruct a barrister. Or if you're confident enough that you know what you need to do but only need guidance, then go only for a consultation. Sometimes, and I often say this, a consultation can save you a lot of headache later in life. So I hope that this video has answered a few of your questions. Like I said, subscribe and like. Thank you for watching Kareesha Law.